Greetings from Jacksonville, Florida.
Good morning to you.
We are hanging out after a fun weekend.
I had a lot of fun.
Waiting for our next load.
Yeah.
Thought we'd talk about some stuff.
Come on, dispatch.
Yeah, come on, dispatch. I left my phone off Do Not Disturb so they can call. No, I actually did put on Do Not Disturb.
Good thing they can call me.
They can call you. Yeah. QC's on too. So.
Oh, that's good.
Well, we thought that we would bring you guys a new video and talk about some stuff.
So we've done all of our 1 year anniversary videos then up to this point, right? And this is actually new material and questions?
Well, yeah, this is new material and questions.
Okay.
I can't promise that the 1 year anniversary video was done at this point right now.
Okay. I don't do the video making, so whatever it is you do,
I'm going to do it.
you're going to do it.
Yeah,
So, we've been very busy the last 2 months, crisscrossing across the country.
We have, yeah.
Some vacationing in between, home time, 4th of July in Tijuana, and now we're here. We had some chores to do and some shopping to do, things we needed for the truck and personally, so we opted to take advantage of being here in Florida for the weekend and rented a car and safely wore our masks into the public and
we had some challenging loads along the way too.
we have.
You know, that load out of California where we had to sit for 3 hours waiting for hazmat paperwork to be completed properly.
In the middle of a very narrow road where people really couldn't get around us. Yeah.
We had the load of windows where we had to sit for 3 hours to get loaded. That was packed tight. There was a lot of windows and they were packed really tight.
You can drop a picture of that in here?
I will drop a picture of that in here, yeah.
They definitely knew what they were doing and how they wanted it. That was a gorgeous drive. I enjoyed that day.
Oh, that drive along the Tennessee River? Ohio River?
Oh, big difference in rivers.
Big difference in rivers, yeah.
Yes. We crisscrossed back and forth from the West Virginia side to the Ohio side, leaving. Getting there too. And it just, top 20 probably drives for me since we've been out here.
Even with the big smokestacks and cooling towers of the power plants along there, it was still a beautiful drive.
Well, I think those are even beautiful in their own way, right? I don't know all the logistics of hazards and not hazards and pollutants to the air, but they still are beautiful.
Still are beautiful.
Watching the water, I don't know if you captured a picture of that.
I didn't, no.
So they're, the water, they're there on the river, and the water, from what you were sharing with me, cools
stuff.
So you could just see it running through their concrete. Really, really well engineered, and I appreciated the fact of the engineering, and it was really neat to see. So,
beautiful drive.
Anyway, some challenging loads is what we were talking about.
Yeah, which, the lesson there is always you have to be flexible. You gotta have patience. When we sat to get loaded, Melissa took a nap because her shift was going to start once we left there, and I hung out with Annie and took care of some other business. But it's just one of those things where there was no way to rush that load. You'll see in the picture again, there's no way to rush that load. But having to be patient.
It wasn't palletized.
It wasn't palletized. They loaded windows individually into the truck, different sizes. So just learning to be patient and roll with it and be flexible out here is important. So it's a good lesson.
Do you want to answer some questions?
Yeah, let's answer some questions.
All right. These questions were asked to us. Let's see here. Somebody asked, what is your favorite part about your truck driving career? I think we've answered these before in another video, but
let's answer them because maybe they've changed. Yeah, could have changed. Do
you want me to go first?
Yes,
you want to go first?
You go first. Ladies first.
I would say the first and foremost thing is being able to explore out here. That's my favorite part. This weekend was exactly what we love to do out here. So, so being able to explore, that's my best part of being a truck driver.
You just took my answer.
I'm sorry.
I know, right? My favorite part about being out here in the truck is...
You mean your second favorite now? Because your first one must have been my answer.
Well, I don't have a second favorite. It is a lot of fun to be out here and see the country. There are lots of places that we still want to be able to stop at and see. Charleston, West Virginia. That we've driven through a bunch of times but haven't had a chance to stop there and see it. But all the places that we've been able to spend time that we didn't even think about stopping at before. Lake Havasu comes to mind. I always thought of Lake Havasu as spring break, college kids going crazy, and we got a load through there back in December, and we're able to spend some time there, and it's really a nice little town, and we had a really good time in their campground there. So I would definitely go back. Meeting really, really interesting people, really kind people out here. That's been a favorite of mine too. It's just it restores my faith in humanity when I meet really kind people.
We had a couple this weekend.
We did have a couple this weekend.
I mean, that really stick out in my mind.
Yeah, we did. We did.
We took a Goodwill run because we cleaned some stuff and downsized again, and that lady was really kind.
She was.
The jewelry store.
Yeah, the waitress yesterday at the restaurant. Famous Amos.
Oh, she was hilarious.
Yeah,
she was a hoot.
She was a hoot. She really was.
Or even the young lady at the lemonade bar. She was a younger lady, but
yeah,
she
from
was
Hawaii.
Kind from Hawaii.
Now living in Florida and missing her Hawaii beaches.
Yeah,
that was
just
fun.
some nice people, and we get to share stories. So, so those are good questions.
Yeah,
or that's a good question.
What's the next one?
What is one thing you wish the public knew about truck driving?
I thought about this one the other day, and I thought just now I had a thought.
Just now.
I did. It just came to me. When we move from the right lane into the left lane, and you don't kind of understand why we're doing that, look on the shoulder and see if there's a car or a truck or a police officer stopped on that shoulder, and we're moving over to give them space so they can do what they need to do safely. If you've ever had to change a tire on the side of the road and you've had a car drive by you at speed, let alone a semi-truck, it's scary. It's a scary thing. So we're not just moving over to cut you off because we want to be in your lane. We're moving over to let that person on the side of the road be safe and have some space to do what they need to do.
That's a good one. That's a really good one, because there's a lot of times when you do that and the four-wheeler car will let you over, but then they quickly move over to the right to try to pass you, and then they see why you moved over, and then they fall back. Some people do. Some people just
fly by.
That is a good one. That's a good safety one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How about you? What do you think some things you wish people knew about truck drivers?
Well, I definitely think the biggest one is it's not just a male-dominated career, I think, anymore.
Hashtag lady driver.
Hashtag lady drivers. That it's not just the good old boy truck drivers anymore. That I see so many young people out here doing this, and for whatever reasons, and from all walks of life, and I think that's a really a great thing. I do see a lot of women drivers, especially on my shift. I don't know if all of us women drivers drive at night, but so just that it's a diversified out here, and when people talk about truck drivers, sometimes I hear like negativity or disgust or things like that, and it's not that, not that I haven't seen my fair share of the disgust out here. So I mean, I think that's part of the territory, but so that would definitely be one of my biggest things, and that there's an entire community out here making the trucking industry happen. Dispatchers and shippers and consignees, and everybody plays a part in that, truck stops and the workers that keep the shelves stocked and
iced tea full.
The iced tea full, and
the showers clean.
Or relatively clean, which is fine, I understand that. Just rest areas, and that is not working for me at all. Her little toenails on my bare skin, no, sorry. Yeah. You might have to cut that one out. That was a hurtful face. She's getting her nails trimmed today, by the way.
Sorry, Mom.
So,
sorry,
at any rate,
Mom.
you interrupted. You two. Rest area attendants, they're not just there for truckers. They're there for for four-wheelers or people on vacation and traveling. So just that there's a whole community out here making trucking happen, and just be respectful and mindful of it, I guess. I don't know. So I didn't realize prior to coming out here how much of a community makes it all happen.
Yeah.
That it's just not a truck going from point A to point B. How about the stuff that's being manufactured, being a bigger part of something. So I don't know. Did I answer the question? I don't know. I felt like I got off track when Annie gouged me. Well, so what matters the most to drivers?
What matters the most to drivers?
Mm-hmm.
Safety, comfort. When you're out here for months at a time, having a comfortable place to live.
Yeah.
Having safe equipment, which is, a lot of the driver's responsibility. That's why we do our pre-trip every day. Having safe equipment, just being able to do our jobs without a whole lot of undue interference.
Yeah. So I'll piggyback off that because it's still safety. Plus, I'll piggyback off one that you were just talking about four-wheelers giving us room to move over left. So I have to remember what the question was. What matters the most to drivers? So mine would be that non-trucking vehicles such as a four-wheeler, so something smaller than us, including the 53-foot tractor trailers, just anything smaller, have respect for our space, all of our space, whether it be out on the road, in the middle of the city, trying to finagle loading, unloading, turning directions. Just respect the space. Don't get in a hurry. We don't want to hurt you. I mean, that's safety, right?
Sure.
So.
But also,
and I see a lot of, and I probably was at fault of this before coming out and being a truck driver. I'm in my own bubble, and I'm sure it goes the same way even with motorcycles, right? So four-wheelers aren't always conscientious. I see posts and everything when motorcycle season riding comes along, just to be aware they're a smaller size. So just slow down, be aware, give that extra space. 30 seconds or more, it'd be safe for everybody, I guess.
I think an important thing too on the space is if you can't see my mirrors and you're behind me, I can't see you. You see that on the back of trucks a lot of times, and it's so true, where you'll be driving along and you're checking your mirrors and you might get a glimpse of somebody behind you.
Or the shadow.
Or the shadow, off to the side if the sun is just right. And they're just so close. It's nerve-wracking. If I'm watching ahead of me to see what's going on, but I know that you're so close to me I can't stop. Safe. If I have to stop in an emergency, you're not going to be able to stop an emergency and not hit me, unfortunately, and that goes straight to your safety. So just keep that distance, like Melissa said. Just make sure you can see what's going on.
That would be an unfortunate circumstance for everybody if they were to hit you.
It would be.
And I don't want that on my conscience, I guess.
Right.
The following thing, I slowed down the other day. It was a 65 zone, probably faster than that, but we're governed at 65. I couldn't see a vehicle, barely could see a shadow. I knew he was there. And I slowly took my cruise control down from 65. I made it to 50, folks, 50. And that person still followed me at 50 miles an hour.
Too close.
And I still couldn't see them. And I don't understand. They eventually turned off. Maybe they didn't want to go around me for the last 2 miles it was a very lengthy period of time. 2 miles to me is lengthy, going 50. I'm not sure what the deal was, but go around if don't get so close. There's a lot of options you could do, but if we can't see you.
I think the important thing there is that you didn't use your brakes.
I did
you
not.
didn't brake.
I never hit my lights.
You just backed down the cruise control a couple mile an hour at a time to let them know you were slowing down. But it was never a brake check kind of thing.
Nope.
So
Nope.
there was plenty of space for them to go around you.
Oh, there was no one. I don't think anybody ever passed us on that section of interstate.
Yeah.
But I want to know this is a question. hypothetical, I don't know, just throwing it out there. What was the person thinking? Like, how did they know I was slowing down? Like, did they get really close back there to my bumper and go, ooh, she must be slowing down? Or, like,
yeah,
15 miles slower than what we were traveling.
Yeah.
Never hit my brakes. How did they realize I was slowing down? You know, like, how close are you getting back there to me?
Yeah, good question.
And I didn't just drop it quickly. I did it in like a couple miles per hour increments. But I just be safe, people out there. Give us a little space. Give us a little room. That's what I think us drivers would like out there. Safety.
That goes for you truck drivers out there too. You know, when you're barreling up in the left-hand lane and there's another truck in the left lane that's passing, but he's going slower than what you want to do, stay off his butt. Let him, give him a chance. He'll make his pass and move over, and you can proceed to do whatever speed you feel like doing. But just, you know, that tailgating thing is not safe, just at all, from either perspective.
Yeah. Safety
So
first. Quickly, let's wind it up. It is like a safety week out here with DOT inspections, isn't it?
That ended last.
So it was last week. Is that they had that?
They're doing the brake check and speeding check and just distracted driving.
So we follow a couple of Facebook groups for trucking, and I see people out there excited or anxious or worried about getting pulled in and putting disclaimers out there. Ooh, watch out for such and such inspection site. They're pulling everyone in. And if you maintain and do your pre-trip and you're taking care of everything the way you should do, I don't see what the worry is.
I don't see what the worry is either. Unfortunately, there are a lot of truckers out there that are driving trucks where the owner may not want to maintain them like they should, and it's an unfortunate situation, but it does happen.
So good for us that they're doing these checks, because
good for
it's
us
keeping safety for everyone, even four-wheelers out there.
And for us here at Highfield Trucking, hashtag Highfield Family, you know, we're provided with good equipment. If we have an issue, it's taken care of immediately. It's not something that they say, oh, well, you know, just nurse it along and we'll get you in here as soon as we can. No, they want to take care of it as soon as possible. So on that note,
yes,
Highfield Trucking has trucks available. If you are looking to get into this lifestyle and are interested in joining us here at Highfield, give us a holler. Information is down below in the YouTube notes. I thought it was Rala. Yeah.
That's funny.
Our information, the contact information is down below. Leave us a message here on YouTube. Hit us up on Facebook or Facebook Messenger. She does all the social media stuff on the grams too.
The grams.
Yeah.
The instas.
So, you know, ask us questions. Hit us up. But
Class B, hazmat, tanker. Endorsement.
Yep.
Prefer same household teams. Highfield does not do solo trucks. We do not also, or they do not also
pair
people up
for SP teams. if you are solo and you want to come out here as a team, find yourself a partner, somebody that you can spend a lot of time in a really small space with. And again, hit us up.
Yeah. Like.
Subscribe.
And.
Don't leave money on the table.
Somebody asked us what that meant the other day.
They did.
It just means don't leave it out there.
Don't leave it out there. Don't not ask for something that you think you're not going to get. Ask, because you might get it.
Just leave it for your waitresses, baristas, and...
That's the only time it's left on the table.
That's the only time it's left on the table. With that, goodbye.
Bye.
Annie says bye wherever she went.
She went hiding because she got in trouble.
Oh, she got in trouble.
There she
had a bath today.
Yeah.
Now she's going to get a brush.
Fluffy.
She's not going to like it.
No.
I bought a muzzle for her, though.
Yeah.
So she won't be a snapping turtle. She bites me.
Say goodbye.
Say bye.
Wave.
Bye. 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 I'm going to make some cinnamon rolls now.
college try.
Yep.
Awesome.
Are you
I'm proud of
recording?
you. I am.
Nice. Yes.
Can you tell by the voice I'm using and the words I'm using that I'm recording?
And the action.
Yes, the action. The good old college try. You can't say college try without the fist pump. You just can't.
I don't understand
It's in
what
the
that
rules.
means.
It's in the rules.
Why do you have to have the fist pump?
Because it's like the good old college try. You gave it an effort. It's in the rules.
The old grade school try.
Exactly. Well, a grade school try, it's like Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, where if you're a Cub Scout, it's a 2-finger salute. If you're a Boy Scout, it's a 3-finger salute.
Okay.
So if it's the good old grade school try, I think it's only half of this one.